Ms. Devananda S. Pillai from GHSS Anchal East Kollam. Her topic is Beyond the Browser, Unlocking the Power and Promise of Web 3.0 and Blockchain. All the best.
With Web 1, we browsed. With Web 2, we searched. And now with Web 3, we truly own. This is not just another technological advancement, but a complete shift in who holds the power online. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. So through this seminar, Beyond the Browser, Unlocking the Power and Promise of Web3 and Blockchain, we're going to see the evolution of internet, from a tool to a space. And you're going to get an answer to this particular question. How is blockchain the future of internet? So without any further ado, let's have an understanding of what blockchain is. So blockchain, it's a decentralized digital ledger where information is stored in blocks, chain blocks, where it allows us to trust the system itself without the need of any middleman. So it's hard to understand, but let me put it this way. Think of it as a digital notebook. A digital notebook which everyone has a copy of. If I write something in it, it's permanently recorded in everyone's record of that notebook, and nobody can change it. So that is blockchain, where it's secure, it's transparent, and it's decentralized. It's not just stored in one place, but across a network of computers that we call the decentralized network. There are different kinds of blockchains. There is public blockchains, private blockchains, consortium blockchains, or hybrid blockchains. Moreover, the real question is how it actually works. So again, think of it as a link of blocks, where each block contains a timestamp and a special code that we call the cryptographic hash. This cryptographic hash links one block to the previous one and to the previous one, thus creating a chain of blocks. It uses consensus mechanisms like proof of work and proof of stake. Its real-world applications include decentralized finance, supply chain management, and so many more. So in order to understand about blockchain, we need to have a thorough understanding about web, its evolution from Web 1, Web 2 to Web 3. So friends, in Web 1, which was during the 1990s, there was only passive consumerism, which means we had content only to read. But now with Web 2, that is the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram that you are using, there's content to read and write. There is active participation from the people's side, right? But Web 3, it's emerging technology, it's completely decentralized, which means there is peer-to-peer transactions and there is no central authority. So I hope you got an understanding about evolution of Web 3. So now that brings us to the real-life applications of Web 3 as well as blockchain. First of all, it's in finance. In traditional banking systems, we see that there is slower transactions, all activities are opaque. But here, with decentralized finance, we clearly see that all activities are transparent, everybody can see what's happening, there is faster transactions, and it's completely decentralized. So that brings us to a more secure, transparent world, right? What about supply chain management? It's a network of organizations or people who are involved in the creation of a product, from a raw material to the final product. Every movement of that product is being recorded as a block, with timestamp, with location, with certificates, and all stakeholders can view this data. What about in healthcare? By changing the traditional healthcare systems or electronic healthcare, we're changing a new pattern, we're creating a new pattern of patient-centric approach. What about voting? Yes, each of our vote is recorded as a block which nobody can alter. In countries like UAE and USA, they're continuously using real estate purposes, using blockchain for real estate purposes, where there is less human error, less paperwork, and less fraud activities. In gaming too, gamers can monetize and verify their assets. Now we are moving on to the most significant aspect of our seminar, which is the career opportunities put forward by blockchain and Web 3. First of all, it's blockchain developer or a Web3 developer. Someone needs to make these platforms, right? So blockchain or a Web3 developer is someone who creates, builds, designs overall architecture of these platforms. A blockchain architect is also someone more like an assistant of blockchain developer who understand the functionings and protocols of these platforms. A Web3 product manager is a strategic leader who overviews the functioning of platforms. A Web3 front-end developer. When we use these platforms, there will be a user interfaces, right? A Web3 front-end developer is someone who makes those platforms. A DeFi analyst is someone who constantly works with metrics, data, the trends regarding finance platforms, and a blockchain legal advisor. As the name suggests, is someone who gives advices on the legal aspects of using these technologies. I remember the words of the co-founder of Ethereum. He said that decentralized applications are not just technical concepts, but it's like giving power back to the individual. The societal impacts are huge. Societal impacts are skyrocketing day by day. Let's have a look at that. The financial inclusion is one of that. Because in traditional banking systems, not everyone had an access, right? But here, anyone with internet have an opportunity to participate here. We own our data. We truly have privacy to protect our data, our transactions. It also gives way to transparent, accountable governance, where government can make use of blockchain and Web3 in different sectors and create a trust among the people. It also gives way to creators and artist empowerment, as there is censorship resistance, and they can sell their products as non-fungible tokens. There's also reduced cost of trust, which is something that we give unknowingly. So friends, I hope you got an understanding of what the societal impacts are, how far blockchain and Web3 are growing on a daily basis. So to make my point further clear that this is the future of internet, let's have a look at some of the reports regarding blockchain and Web3. India's Web3 Startup Landscape Report of 2024, Consensus Global Survey on Crypto and Web, Chainalysis Global Crypto Adoption Index of 2023. All of these suggest just one thing. India is growing as the largest adopter of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and Web3, with over 1,000 startups and innovative programs happening. This is what we need to sustain in future. But we do know that everything has another side to it. Everything has its pros and cons. The limitations and challenges put forward by blockchain should be considered if we want to continue with it. The scalability issues, the complexity, the energy consumption, and regulatory uncertainty. Who is responsible if something happens? Who is responsible if someone hacks it? These questions still linger, and we need to find an answer to these questions in order to adopt blockchain and Web3 to a greater level. Friends, so blockchain and Web3, these are not just concepts, but it's blueprint of how future will look like. We students, we youngsters have to understand about it, adopt it to create an impact, to create an impression on future. I hope you got an answer to my first question. How is it the future of internet? I would like to conclude my words by saying the future belongs to those who embrace ownership, transparency, and innovation. Thank you all.